Hey yo, y'all know what a fluff bugger is? It's a rabbit that don't hop straight.
His name was Gizmatic. This is a song about a rabbit who spent most of his time on smoking grasses, alone laughing in the field where his ambitions had built up to the point of bucking. Though he was thoughtfully constructing a plan to prevail, cause nobody saw he was struggling with himself. To him, the peaceful life in the forest was hell. Some of them knew, but all the rabbits were scared of him. He didn't speak much, and a scent of aggression was sent wherever he went. The elders of the tribe was worried every now and then, cause Giz was never the same after he buried his girlfriend. It had happened a couple of years ago on a summer's eve. They sat laughing under a tree, nibbling on each other's ears, and so they weren't too conscious of their surroundings, and they didn't notice that fox in the bushes silently growling till they heard a twig snapping and he jumped out of his hideout. Guinea puss gets away like,
I'll always love you, watch out.
That was the last thing he heard her shout before the hungry fox grabbed her and her whole pretty face disappeared in his wide mouth. Blinded without a doubt, Giz jumped up, bit the fox in his neck and asked Inspector Deck, that's a place you gotta protect. In panic, the fox dropped Guinea, shook off Giz and bit him back in his face and quickly took off, bleeding to death, twitching and shaking exactly the way Gizmatic was found stomping on the floor. He felt more gory than Hazel in that watership down story. No glory, cause no rabbit really believed him, and there were rumors about how he left to the town that evening.
He never cried while he ain't speaking. He sacrificed her life and tried fleeing. Yeah, that's probably the rhyme and the reason. Shh, there he goes outside, why isn't he sleeping?
Over the years he couldn't forget the image of Guinea with her guts hanging dry. Plus he still had that nasty scar across his left eye to remember it by. He was tormented inside, and every night that he woke up he felt ready to die. Torture.
Stay away from his boxes, like boxes. He wanted to know where the top is.
Gizmatic, all he wanted to get, he had it, but he got trying to get what he had it.
Stay away from his boxes, like boxes. He wanted to know where the top is.
Gizmatic, all he wanted to get, he had it, but he got trying to get what he had it.
Half of his head had no fur on it. He always fell asleep sad, sometimes wish he would never return from it. Twisted dreams and nightmares of eternally running. Stressed out, belly acid, burning his stomach. Mad at the elder rabbits who learned him that dumb shit.
Wasn't even safe, might as well burn this whole forest.
He thought that he would lit up another tree and play the firm puppet. Attitude like, yeah, fuck it. But inside he felt really small, yet all that was visible was the furthest crack in his little skull. Sorry for himself, he went on adventurous explorations everywhere the elders forbid. He had no patience to wait till he was older, filled with hatred and lonesome. He left his tribe, unlike the ways of the Costa Nostra, with dreams of becoming a playboy bunny, reaching for days more sunny. He thought,
all those bad memories won't haunt me once I'm the boss,
and thus became more hungry like,
screw my fellow rabbits, all of them fakes don't love me.
So he searched and he searched all around the outskirts for some clues that could help his furry ass out of the dirt. But after a week, all he had gotten was hungry and thirsty, screaming,
Lord of mercy, God, why did you curse me?
In that moment of letting go, he saw a shadow. It was Eric the Crow, codenamed Vandal. Vandal was a bandit caught up in all kinds of scandals, and he was looking for something to work his master plan too. And to him that something was Giz, so he flew down to calm Giz down and talk some biz like,
why you tripping a sign if you keep sitting there crying? You're a sucker, cause I came up with the perfect crime. Listen up, I wanna make you an offer, a partnership, a 50-50 deal. Shall I go further? There's this farmer, about 63 tree lengths to the east. You see who sprays some sort of chemicals on his greenery. And word up, you gotta see to believe when you eat him. You feel like if you're in the garden and eating part of a speech, but it makes you feel capable of doing anything. What's up, Doc? What do you want me to do?
Said Giz to him.
Let's over the crops and scarecrows dressed like cops. But I bet you're small enough to sneak in and hand me your lot. Plus fast enough to back out when it's hot without getting shot. You snatch them, I'll transport them. Let's rock.
And Giz agreed, forgetting what he was taught, forgetting what he was taught, forgetting what he was taught to.
Stay away from his boxes, like boxes. He wanted to know where the top is.
Gizmatic, all he wanted to get, he had it, but he got trying to get what he had it.
Stay away from his boxes, like boxes. He wanted to know where the top is.
Gizmatic, all he wanted to get, he had it, but he got trying to get what he had it.
If you ask me, he won't last much longer. He'll meet a blacker rabbit than himself one of these nights.
Meanwhile,
all those carrots, they make me good in the dark.
when they arrived at the plantation, Giz legs were shaking with the anticipation of food and success kept his head straightened. Vandal pushed him towards the fence like,
what's up, pussy? You dance to make me hook up my mans to whip your touchy, my friend.
Giz replied,
shut the hell up. I'm trying to calculate the distances at the according speed I should develop. This nested props to get out, you gotta always plan my routes before going in. Remember, that's why you chose me. You got a lot of balls for a rabbit. Save me the props till after I cook them carrots.
Then he ran up the field like if he was mentally ill. The forest dog was on the leash, but yet and still he wasn't granted to chill. Had to make it to the center for real and peep out how to get the stuff up out of that greenhouse. Steven stoutly in mouth, swiftly and very solid. Still have to figure out how to carry his carrots.
He was hungry, right? So then he hid behind a bush and tasted one on the spot with some energy.
I feel terrible. What's
After a buzz of a minute, he felt the rush. Limitless greed for green and orange that took over and held his thoughts prisoner. Instantly addicted, he saw visions of all the poor victims. And all the creatures in the woods were on his shit list, suffering from grand delusion, he thought.
I always knew I was born to be different. Me against the new lord of this district.
Found a plastic bag in the barn, stuffed it and dragged it along. So hasty he almost ended up at the end of the song. When he got back, Panda was laughing like,
Yo, what happens? Early took your time, I thought you was backstabbing.
but that's what happens. Self-righteously egotistical, gets spit, vandal the death like,
You feeble virgin ass fool.
Then he started slanging to build himself an empire. Junkie bunnies dug him a tunnel palace, he resembled king of the vampires. But he shouldn't have got high of his own supply, cause one night he went back, he panicked, frozen and fried.
There he goes. Keep torturing, man.
Don't sell your soul just to rise for a moment in time.
And he was frightened. He had never before seen the black rabbit death.
Well, cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thanks for inviting me to dinner.
Yeah, that's some nice juicy rabbit meat.
He finally got that little bastard, huh?
Yeah, we finally got the little bugger.
Don't